Hey family, it's your girl T Love Social Media the Queen. Today I'm going to be talking about financially stable. And what I mean by that is you never know when it may be your time to go. Hold on for a second. And welcome to the T Love Social Media the Queen show. Alright, welcome to my show. I like to say giving my blessings to all you guys. Before we get into detail, if you're not familiar with what happened this past week, Keefe D from the Tupac Shakur case has admitted that he know the gunman who did the shooting of Tupac. But he released some information, I think, on Netflix. I don't know if you people familiar with the Keefe D. He was supposed to be the gunman of Orlando Anderson's. He's Orlando Anderson's uncle. He said he's going to release some tapes. He's going to release the truth about the Tupac murder. And the case is almost being closed up. And he said the case has been prolonging all these years. So when it boils down to it, they're releasing it as, I believe, even between the LAPD agency of Los Angeles or either the Las Vegas Police Department is going to have to open up a case. But however, I'm not digging deep into that. I just know that the case is being proceeded, and it was always been proceeded. It's getting ready to be a closed case. And I do know that Keefe D has more information about that. I don't like to get into shit like that, but we'll see how that Tupac thing plays out. One of the things that Keefe D did say that he noticed that he believed that he may not tell who were the gunmen. Well, quite naturally, the gunman had to have been Orlando Anderson, right? But who gave Orlando Anderson the gun? That's what they're going to lead down to. Moving on. So we're going to be talking about financially stable. You all got to get old. We all got to get old. Family. We all got to pass away, die. And when we pass away, we got to have a will. A lot of us don't know when it's our time to go. The Lord can call you at any given minute. So without that being said, you have to find a way to financially be stable so your children won't be able to be fit with the bill when it's your time to go. You have to be aware of these things. A lot of people, when they're younger, they don't think like that. And when I was about 23, 22, or maybe even 25, somewhere in that range, and I had just 2 kids at that time. And my mom, God bless her soul, would always tell me, you just never know when it's your time to go. But the reason I'm saying this is because if something happens to you, and whether you have a house, a car, something in your name, and you leaving your kids you leaving your kids something. You feel me? It's not necessarily a good thing. It's a good thing to leave your children something, especially if you passed away, or you just want to give your children something while you're alive. Always be able to do that. But let's get to the big thing. When you pass away, there should be, and here's my thing, and I hate to talk about death, there should be some kind of will put in place, because you don't want your children to be crying and boo-hooing. Not that your children is going to be able to be out there to get money and just get money and profit off your death. That's not what I'm saying. You, as an individual, wants to be financially stable in the end. Whether you didn't want to leave the money, you just wanted to leave the house. And let me tell you back to how I did it. When I was about 24, 25, me and my mother came up with a plan. I said, if anything should happen to me, that everything, all my proceeds, everything, including this YouTube name, T Love Social Media Queen, if I was able to get a copy written, everything would goes to my children. A lot of parents live off their children's name, even in death, to the point where they don't make nothing for the children to leave the children any. I mean, here's my thing. If your parent or you pass away, and you set up a funding for them to inherit the money, you always have to have a fallout plan. And my thing is, for example, if your wife wasn't no good and the kids was always on your mind and you always wanted them to, you always wanted your children to be okay in the future, but you pretty much didn't leave your wife nothing, because your wife wasn't shit. Even though you stayed with her for some years, you figured, okay, my money is going to my wife. I mean, not my wife, my kids. And maybe I could just give my wife the car. Because a lot of times some marriages be just as fucked up, and it don't be the way they go. So when they pass, the children inherit everything. That's why this video is going to be called Family First. Your children got to come first. I don't care whatever happened. I'm just saying, for otherwise, when it comes to a situation that's dealing with money, financial, and having money woes, your children come first, especially with the financial part. I see a lot of people who, when people pass away, or not even pass away, they give money to the wrong people. And once the people blow the money up, you ain't heard from them no more. Or if they take off with the money, you ain't heard from them no more. Or when you give them money, you can't even find them, especially if you get put out your place. So back to what I was saying. Something should happen to you and your kids. I mean, not your kids, but something should happen to you. And I'm just speaking in general speaking. If something happens to you as an individual and you didn't set aside nothing for your kids to even bury you or put you in a position, or have you didn't set any kind of plan for your children to be okay when you're dead and gone, then what are your kids are left for? But as I said again, when I was younger, I've always thought of that. My mom always told me how to, once you get money, make sure your children is set when you're gone. And you have to do that. You really have to do that. I see so many people, when they pass away, they leave all the money to the husbands or the wives or the cousins, even if the kids were rebellious, they don't leave the children anything. Well, even if the children are not being respectful, you're still supposed to leave the children something. Because at the end of the day, your children is your children. God gave you those kids for a blessing. Family come first. Remember that. Always have some sort of plan, because we don't know what today or tomorrow may bring us. We're so used to trying to live in a world of being worldly to we're not trying to figure out what's most important. Our children should come first. I die today or tomorrow, my motherfucking kids come first. You understand me? Nothing in this world is going to stop me from giving my children all my inheritance. Because guess what? When I'm gone, my children are going to have something. You got to have a backup plan. You got to be able to make those moves that you're supposed to make. Yeah, I got to be able to take those financial plans and turn it into something bigger. Your land, your acre, your business. I'd be damned if I leave anything to a man, because man lies. Some of you women got to stop being so stupid. If dudes too, leaving your money behind for people when you're dead and gone. You got to be able to be wise enough to leave your money to those who cared about you. Because I see so many people go down the drain, leaving their money to other people, and the kids don't get shit. Ain't that fucked up? I mean, I see a lot of that shit goes down, man, and I be like, what the fuck? Lord, man, they just spent $1 billion, man. Them kids ain't get shit. I tell you, boy, if your family first. Under any circumstances, if you dealing with that kind of situation, your family first. Kids come first. And we got to understand one thing. If there's something left behind, you're supposed to make your family first. The Lord and your children should come first. And when you leave this earth, make sure your children are be set, so that way they don't have to ask anybody for a dime. See, my next generation is going to understand when they play these videos back and forth. They're going to understand one thing, that their grandmother was able to be out to set aside for them. But I hope this video made some sense, guys. And family first. Make your family your first priority, your kids. And hopefully this week, or maybe in a few weeks, I'll come back with some more videos, because I just had to come and chat with y'all for a minute. I ain't going to be long. Some more stuff coming up. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, Melissa Ford was in a car accident. I'll keep y'all posted up on that. I got a lot of shit I got to bring to the table, and I'm sure y'all interested in listening to it. I'm going to start doing my videos at night, because that's the only way when I get a big break, because I don't really have much that I do a lot of things during the day, especially with my family. But make sure your family is your top priority, and make sure you leave them something behind, something that they can benefit off, and your blessings will come. I'm telling you, you have many blessings. I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to be safe. God bless. I love you all, and take care. See you soon.